Hello Mila, hello Jack, hello everyone else who's watching. Welcome to Storytime with Grandad. Today's book is from the Thomas and Friends series and it's Deisel. One day, Percy wasn't feeling well. His joints ached and he couldn't breathe properly. The Fat Controller came to inspect him. "You need to go to the works to be repaired," he said. "I'll have to get another engine to do your work until you're better." The Fat Controller phoned other railways to see if anyone could spare an engine. But the only available engine was Deisel. The Fat Controller didn't want to use Deisel because the last time he had worked on his station, he had caused so much trouble that he had to be sent away in disgrace. But as no other engine could help out, Deisel had to do. The next day, Deisel came to the station to collect the troublesome trucks. Thomas was not happy to see him because Deisel had played so many tricks on him before. "Take those trucks to the harbour," Thomas said, "but don't play any silly tricks," he warned him. "Yes, Thomas, of course, I won't play any silly tricks. I'll do what I'm told," Deisel said slyly. The troublesome trucks teased Deisel. "Yes, Thomas, of course I won't play tricks. I'll do whatever I'm told," they said in Diesel's voice. Deisel was angry. "I'll teach you," he roared, and bumped into them roughly, sending them flying into a siding. The trucks crashed through the buffers and slid off the track. Deisel hadn't meant the trucks to crash. He'd only wanted to scare them. But he still wanted them to do as they were told, so he said, "That'll teach you to laugh at me." The Fat Controller was disappointed with Deisel. "You will go back to the other railway as soon as I can arrange it," he said sternly. "I won't have trouble on my railway." After such a severe telling off, Deisel was glad to be going home. A few days later, Daisy was going up a hill when she felt something splash against her wheels. When she stopped at the next station, she felt hot and her joints were stiff. "You've lost your oil," her driver said. "Bertie can take your passengers while we get you repaired." Thomas had to go over the hill where Daisy had spilled her oil. He was halfway up when his wheels started slipping on the oil. Suddenly, Thomas, Annie and Clarabel slipped back down the hill. As they reached the bottom, Clarabel's wheels bounced off the main track onto an unfinished siding. Her front wheels fell off the end of the track and sunk into the mud. Thomas was left stranded across the main track. Deisel was at the next station, waiting to go home. He laughed when he heard what had happened, but then he realised Thomas was blocking the track, so he couldn't get past. "Bother," Deisel said crossly. "I'll have to help Thomas or I can't go home." Workmen cleared the oil off the tracks. Then they put sand on them to help Deisel grip them. Deisel moved slowly forwards and was coupled to Thomas. Wooden railway sleepers were put under Clarabel's wheels so she could be pulled back onto the rails. "Thank you for coming to help, Deisel," said Thomas. "We could have been stuck here all day." Deisel gripped the sanded rails and pulled with all his strength. Slowly and carefully he pulled Thomas, Annie and Clarabel back onto the main track. "Well done, Deisel," said Thomas. "You've been a really useful engine." Deisel smiled. It felt good to be helpful for a change, instead of always causing trouble. Deisel carefully pulled Thomas, Annie and Clarabel over the slippery hill and onto the Fat Controller station. "Good work, Deisel," said the Fat Controller. "You've been so helpful today that I'm happy to have you come back to work at my station." Deisel smiled. He was pleased that he was going home, but he was also glad he could come back to work again for the Fat Controller. The end. Bye-bye, Mila. Goodbye, Jack. See you soon. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.